It literally is just dropping straight towards the ground.
Hentrick punting into the wind. A low snap. His last kick was 27, and that
look at that ball.
It just stops, and then takes a sideways bounce and rolls dead at the 44-yard line. 27-yard kick.
That's why
under the circumstances.
That's why the Bears better score some points with the win. Thick for a receiver. You lose some of the field.
2nd and 5, and this is Tillman squirting through the middle, taking it to the Green Bay 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
But he is such an incredible force.
13 sacks between the two of them.
3rd and a short 3. And Tillman picks up the 1st down. He gets to the Green Bay 35-yard line. Teague and Butler with the tackle. 8.5 minutes remaining. First quarter, no score. Chicago going with the win. 1st and 10 at the 35. A fumbled snap. He juggled it, but he gives it to Tillman, and Tillman turns it into a 6-yard pickup. Butler comes up from his safety spot to make the hit.
Really new running attack for the Bears.
3rd down and 3. Kramer off the play fake, has time, throws underneath at the 24-yard line. The ball is loose, and Chicago has it, and it should be a 1st down.
That will be a completed pass.
And they give it to Raymond Harris, and he tries to pick up the 1st down and does not appear to have it.
I don't think he got there. He had a good second effort.
Pack is saying no.
It's also Wanstead's first decision of the night in terms of a field goal attempt with Butler from 43 yards with the wind.
Well, sometimes when you get this much wind, it's really erratic. And they are short.
He makes the play. Talked about him being a force against the run. Just slanting down the line of scrimmage.
First quarter, Packers have it. 1st down at the 25-yard line. Edgar Bennett. And Bennett picks up about 7. Bennett's a guy averaging just 2.7 yards per carry. They like him in particular as a receiver.
40. And they did not take into account, I don't think, how quick he is.
Second look out. First sack of the night, and that one goes to Bryce Pop. And with so much attention paid to White and Jones, you forget about this guy.
Tracked Reggie all the way to the inside and let Pop go.
Gardocki left this one with the wind. It's a beauty, and it rolls out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Chris Gardocki takes advantage of the wind, angles it OB, a 57-yard punt. 1:12 to go in the quarter. The Bears and the Packers, as it should be. In the rain, in the wind. Barr into the wind, throws, it's dropped. Ed West couldn't hold on, and so Chicago very successful strategically. Green Bay forced the kick. There's no way it can be a good kick. And Chicago actually 27 yards from the line of scrimmage, and the kick is another 27-yarder, which he fumbles and then recovers at the 39-yard line. 4 punts of 27 yards by him. Good pass in basketball. 2nd and 10.
There's a flag. There's an offsides there.
Second flag of the game. The catch is made at the 31-yard line by Curtis Conway.
And a roar from the crowd on the 7-yard completion.
Gilbert Brown came across the line. Under a half minute to play in the first quarter. That's Ryan Wetnight in motion. And it is intercepted at the 36-yard line by Bryce Pop. Pop into Chicago territory. Takes it to the 42-yard line. Tackled by Kramer.
Tried to get it over the 6'5" Brian Pop. Took a little slant pattern.
But a bizarre call on 3rd and 1. And Green Bay now will get the wind at their backs, most likely after this play. Bennett keeps it on the ground, and that's going to end the quarter, and they'll turn around, and Green Bay will be going with the wind in the second period. 3rd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Deplorable condition.
Bennett picks up the 1st down. Weather update, 43 degrees. The wind is now out of the northeast at 35, gusting to 53. We have our own 900 number, by the way.
I wish I was in a dry studio, and for that matter, so does Edgar Bennett.
Edgar Bennett went up for a 4-yard loss by Albert Fontenot, emerging as maybe their outstanding defensive lineman in a year in which they're minus Richard Dent, who's gone to San Francisco. And it's about as bad a condition as any field has been in recent years in the NFL for that Saints game 3 weeks ago.
Brett still looking for number 1.
3rd and 14. Favre is 0 for 5, and Bennett picks up just a yard to the 36-yard line. Dante Jones is there now.
Somebody move the ball offensively.
And he's going to aim it to the near side, and he boots it out of bounds, and then they'll line it up, and it goes out of bounds up at the 12-yard line. So
they beat the Akron Indians 17-0. How's that little trip down mountain?
Whoa, there's a fumble. It's Tillman who coughs it up, and
the fight is on. The last guy to come up with it wins.
I think the Packers got it. Harris was in there grubbing away for it.
Nothing yet from the officials.
It doesn't matter who has it now. It's who's going to have it when an official sees it.
Green
Bay.
Fumble to Pop. That was a terrific move on his part.
The perfect way to describe it. Pops right out, and popping through the middle is Cobb down to the 2-yard line behind a block by Edgar Bennett, very close to a first down.
McIntyre back. You got Winters at center. I'd hammer this baby in there.
Bennett hammers it in there. Touchdown, Packers.
No time for Favre to complete his first pass.
The first swing of the hammer.
Up with the football, Bennett takes it in, and with 10:40 to go in the half, 7-0 Packers.
Beautiful work there. Beautiful work by the Packers. They earned a touchdown.
At the 44, 7:20 to go in the half. Green Bay leading 7-0. Kramer, nothing doing. Protection breaks down. Down he goes at the 38. Gilbert Brown was the first guy to get there, and Sean Jones was involved as well. We'll get the scoring on it. It could be half a sack for each.
It took about a 3-yard drop.
They'll have about a 3-yard punt.
Gardocki into that wind, and forget it. That just dies at the 43-yard line.
Almost missed that.
That was a 19-yard punt officially. It's the Packers on first down, and Reggie Cobb exploits a big hole, takes it inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
I was a very effective lead blocker.
2nd and 6. Here's Bennett, and he stumbles after picking up 4. You saw he's one of 2 players to have played in the Super Bowl. The other would be Steve McMichael, who has gone from Chicago to Green Bay. And Steve McMichael, in the long and illustrious history of the Chicago Bears, and
When you see that,
3rd and a long 2 from the 36-yard line. And Favre on a roll. He's going to run it for a first down. And Brett Favre takes off, gets inside the 20, inside the 10, and dives in on Cunningham for the touchdown.
the Bears are in trouble. What a great play by Brett Favre, who still hasn't completed a pass, and who cares? He fallen behind in their 3 previous losses, 30-0, 28-0, and now 2 separate times they've trailed 14-0.
Good job by Bennett. And then the leap by Favre.
30.
You gotta love a player like that.
36 yards, and we said before, all season long, their longest run had been a measly 16 yards, and he more than doubles it.
Doing a little Randall Cunningham impersonation there, stretching out and going for the pylon.
Right there. And I think he knew that. Knew that if he could get into the end zone.
It's close.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Kramer hit as he throws, and it's picked off. And it is picked off again by Bryce Pop.
Bryce Pop was having a Honolulu game.
And in the rain and in the wind and with the wind chill at 8 degrees, the Green Bay Packers capitalizing on the turnover, and then Brett Favre running 36 yards for a touchdown, leading by a score of 14-0. Green Bay 3-4 coming in, and Chicago 4-3.
On Halloween night or dressed as the invisible man. One or the other. No lofty yardage there.
46-yard line, Gardocki.
He almost missed the last one.
Forget it. It's coming back.
Yep, it is.
And it is down at the 45-yard line. That is a 9-yard kick. All right, Lynn, it's 2nd down and 9 at the 46-yard line. Favre Well, he's going to pack it in again. He's into Chicago territory. He's off to the races once more and finally stumbles in the mud at the 32-yard line.
I think in this type of a field, I think it's something Chicago ought to do more of is
from the 30-yard line. Bennett's been the workhorse tonight, and he is close to a first down. He's tackled at the 22-yard line. Ken Rutgers threw a nice block to get him sprung.
Harris, and that's what the Packers really missed.
Third down and 9. Favre still trying to hook up, and does! And Sterling Sharp extends his consecutive game streak as well. As he makes the catch, it goes to the 13-yard line, and the most prolific pass catcher of the National Football League over the past 2 seasons makes his first reception. Winters will snap it, and Hintrick will hold it. And it is blocked. And Donnell Wolford is there to come up with it at the 26-yard line, along with Albert Fontenot as well. Fontenot was the guy who blocked it, and Chicago is able to remain down by 2 touchdowns.
Big play for the Chicago Bears to start run defense.
And McMichael could have played in those uniforms. He is a throwback.
A first down for Robert. But he loses the football. And Green Bay has it. Doug Evans comes up with it.
Well,
And here's a Chicago first down and a loss of possession.
just ripped it out. And a great move by the cornerback. And the Pack has it back.
The years. They forced those turnovers.
After this turnover, this is Bennett from the 36-yard line. Edgar Bennett inside the 20, takes it to the 16-yard line. And the Green Bay Packers tonight have had 3 runs, each of which has been longer than any run they had in their first 7 games this season. First down at the 17. Bennett again, his 21st carry of the night is a functional one as he takes it down to the 12-yard line. Gain of 4 or 5, and we have 4:20 left in the third.
Messy in this part of the field now.
3rd and 4. Favre, that's his second completion of the night. The catch is made by Robert Brooks, who takes it to the 1 for a first and goal. Chicago 1-yard line after the timeout. Reggie Cobb is in motion. They give it to Bennett, who's had a big night, and it's even bigger. Edgar Bennett with a touchdown, McIntyre with a block, and Edgar Bennett in his first pro start in '92 ran for 107 yards against Chicago. Since then, he's had no day that's even come close until tonight.
And they now have what appears to be, in this kind of a weather, a very commanding lead.
Really?
Yeah. Now, there are some of the sweetest feet that ever belonged to anybody. Walter Payton standing on the Bears sideline. We always said that this guy was resourceful, and that's a pretty effective way of keeping your feet dry. Walter stopped up in the booth earlier and said hello, and he's here tonight to honor Gale Sayers, Dick Butkus.
2nd down and 10. Tillman. No. Hello. Not at all. Gilbert Brown.
Gilbert has...
Though he's still limping. Walsh has it deflected and incomplete. Knocked down by Reggie White.
Well, Reggie, as we were talking about earlier, moves inside in the nickel situation, and he is a force. Just get me out of this game. I've had enough.
From the 35-yard line,
I believe.
Oh, Favre is going to the air, and he completes it to Anthony Morgan, the former Chicago Bear. Makes his first catch of the game. Hit him a spectacular offer, but not spectacular enough. Fake wraparound, 3rd and 10. And the catch is made by Sterling Sharp. That's about as open as Sterling could ever get. And he has a first down at the 27-yard line. They've been selling out for years here, but with the weather, a lot of no-shows. A ton. Sterling Sharp takes it to the 11-yard line for a first down.
Well, he'll disappear for a while, but when he makes his reappearance, he is quite a presence.
From the 11-yard line, Cobb swings to the outside. Avoided Douglas and then gets tackled by Dante Jones.
Than all of that, which is something. He hasn't made mistakes.
2nd and 12. Dumps this one into the arms of Edgar Bennett. And there's a guy having a huge night. Edgar Bennett.
This is a rout. This is a demolition placement.
And Edgar Bennett just can't go anywhere. John Mangum, among others, stopping him. So the conversion attempt is unsuccessful, but the Packers have things well in hand. 27-0. 3-5 at mid-year. And with the tough schedule upcoming, they needed a victory tonight, and they're going to get one as the catch is made by Tom Waddle up at the 47-yard line, and the Bears will go without a huddle. And, well,
it worked.
It was snapped a little early, but it was accepted and given to Robert Green, and he picks up the first down. And
it's supposed to be on 3.
Walsh throws and wide open over the middle. It is Ryan Wetnight, the appropriately named Ryan Wetnight, making it to the 28-yard line. 3rd down and 12 at the 30-yard line. Walsh, and well, nothing like breaking up a play and not having any idea where the ball is. But that's the lucky fate that befalls one Tim Houck.
Tight ends are very busy for both teams tonight.
Bears going to 4 wide receivers here.
4th and 12. And very close to a first down. Did he get it is the question. The catch is made. Graham gets up and takes a look. And it's more than likely close enough to bring in the chain gang.
Quick score, a Green Bay mistake.
And catch is made by Waddle. Well, you know, I'm not going to suggest that they're going to win this game, but it did.
But by the way, Waddle's first catch in 3 games. He's been out with a couple of games with a pulled muscle.
And 2nd and 5, it is thrown into the end zone and picked off by Leroy Butler.
Well, that ends that speculation. Like a little left turn.
Straight down at the 49-yard line, and it's a 22-yard kick with a penalty worth 3 extra yards on that punting average.
Between Maui and Lanai,
day course, village course,
one of the great vistas in the golfing world.
Attendant, as a matter of fact.
Walsh, and he Conway, who breaks away from a would-be tackle by Butler and moves to the 18 for a first down. Hard line, 1st and 10. And he throws, and the catch is made over the middle. Ryan Wetnight takes it to the 11.
See what happens this time around.
Robert Green pokes his way down to the 5-yard line. If you are Dave Wannstedt, who is your starting quarterback next Sunday against Tampa Bay? And the end zone touchdown. It's Jeff Graham.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
His 3rd touchdown of the year, and he had all those, well, not all those years, but several years with the Steelers, and where he never could get it into the end zone. Caught a whole bunch of passes for him,
and Walsh on a little fade, and it's Graham picking up 8 points. No. They say he's out, and he can't believe it.
One of those intuitive things.
It does attract a crowd out there.
Well, the Packers have it. Monday night record, in fact.
Yeah, they've lost 6 on their way to 7.
And Edgar Bennett continues his big night. And down at 8 at the 23-yard line. And Reggie Cobb goes down to the 13-yard line.
I guess I should have known we were in trouble when you got into the caviar. It's still coming down and still blowing.
The weather's been frightful. Packers have been delightful, though. Reggie Cobb for the touchdown. Reggie Cobb takes it over.
California.
Your old stomping grounds there, huh, Frank?
You got it.
Boy, that was a good-looking kick, wasn't it?
It was straight.
Wide right.
Wide to the east.
That's Keith Jackson's alma mater, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Steve Walsh drops it off underneath. Catch is made by Robert Green out of the backfield.
I'm not sure that there are the proper words in the English language to describe how good the hot shower is going to feel to these players.
It's not going to be all that difficult to complete that many more passes.
Mongo, the ponytailed one, on the winning side tonight.
He has a
How
dog.
sweet that must be for him.
His dog is a Chihuahua.
Open, Bob Simon, the production manager, Dennis Zabel and Jim Licata on the technical end. And the pass is caught. George Hill and Malibu Kelly Hayes on the spotting upstairs. And Malibu tells me that Bobby Christian made that last catch and takes it down to the 37.
And you know Craig Janoff, our director, Ira Nelson.
Yep.
We will tee it up next week.
Walsh, well, his numbers will look fairly good tonight as they let him throw a lot of completions underneath. The game ends on a reception by Waddle, but the Green Bay Packers in a very important game, perhaps a turning point game for them, coming in staggering along 3-4, having suffered 3 excruciating defeats, come into Chicago and really lay one on the Bears. Final score 33-6.